Hey Music World, what's going on? John here from What's Spinning, here tonight to chat about this latest record from Metric. It's called Romanticize the Dive. Today we are talking about Metric, post-punk revival, an indie pop band out of Canada. They have been at it since the early 2000s, and I have to be honest with you, my relationship with their discography is a rough one. Going all the way back to their debut record, Old World Underground, Where Are You Now? Even at the time of this album's release, this thing sounded dated. I mean, the sounds of this record were fresh at the time, but they sounded really stiff here. If anything, over the years, they've kind of lessened on me as a band overall. Like Live It Out, their follow-up, somehow this record was even worse. I just felt like they were blending into the crowd more than standing out, and this only got worse over the years. Like with Grow Up and Blow Away and Fantasies, these records had a couple of decent singles here and there, but these were albums that were just not for me. Nor was Synthetica. I mean, this record sounded larger than life. It had a big sound, production was great, but absolutely nothing about this record really clicked with me. However, I will say this, credit where it's due, over the last few years, I feel like I've been okay with Metric. We've been at a good spot. Pagans in Vegas, I thought this record had a lot better hooks. The Art of Doubt had some serious grit to it that I didn't expect. And Formentera, I don't know where this record came from in their discography, because this thing pulled from space rock, krautrock, and more. I still think it's their best effort. But then less than a year later, they were putting out Formentera 2, and it wasn't nearly as interested as their first portion of this. Which leads me to Romanticize the Dive, which leading up to this thing, I wasn't overly excited, but I thought the singles were decent. Let's chat about it. This album opens up in Victim of Luck, and honestly, it's not that bad. It's spacious, it's glistening, it's very moody as well. And Emily Haynes on vocals sounds totally fine on this track. I'm not always a fan of her delivery, but she sounds really solid here. I mean, personally, I would have liked a little bit more punch to this track, but as a tone setter, this track works. We also have Wild Rut, which, could say a lot of the same things about. The strings behind this track add some weight. Not only that, but the dreary atmosphere of this cut works very well. Time is a Bomb, also a major standout, probably the best track here. This one has a little bite to it. It has a little tension that actually builds too. The hook hits as well. There's some actual emotion behind this track. If you're going to listen to one single here, make it this one. Dare I say, they sound like they have some purpose here. Also really like Crush Forever. At this point in the record, we're about halfway through, and so far it's been pretty decent. I like the nocturnal groove and the sort of dark new wave era energy of this track. It's not groundbreaking, but it's totally effective. I mean, the first half of this record, Metric showed up for it. Honestly, it's best case scenario. It's not that punchy, but, it certainly isn't that worse on the ears either. I mean, it's not that punchy, but it is pleasant on the ears. But as this album rolls on, old habits die hard. There's a pretty massive drop-off in the second half of this record, especially with Tremolo. This track is just so meandering and sleepy. It is the same sort of toothless blend of dream pop and synth pop that they've been putting out for almost 2 decades. And Emily just blends into this track instead of standing out. Her performance is just way too sleepy for me. I think this is my least favorite track here. Moral Compass, it starts like it sounds like it's actually building towards something, but it just flattens out. The hook is fine, but everything else around this track is just so incredibly bland and safe. Low energy, too. Low energy. Also, Loyal is basically background music. It's nothing offensive, but it's nothing that I'm going to remember in a few days. And Clouds to Break drags so much. It's got that warm atmosphere, it's inviting, but it doesn't have any actual direction to it. And Emily's performances by this point are just so subdued that they disappear. I mean, there's a few late album goodies here, but this is just another incredibly safe, unbearably safe record from Metric. Because late in the record, we get tracks like As If You're Here. There it is. This is what I was looking for. It's got an upbeat riff, there's some energy here. Emily sounds completely engaged. It's easily the best deep cut here, and Anti-Gravity's pretty decent too. Same deal, it has some post-punk energy, which where was that? It's also got one of the strongest hooks on this entire record. This track would have sounded great on Formentera. And Leave You on a High, this album's finale, does leave us on a high. It's colorful, it's emotional, it's kaleidoscopic. Songwriting-wise, I actually think this is one of the best tracks here. It genuinely sticks the landing and is a very solid closer. I mean, we've been here before with Metric. The singles are fine, but so many of these deep cuts get so bland, so inoffensive, and just kind of meander and half put me to sleep and half bore me. I mean, there's certainly some deep cuts here that are fine. The singles are okay, And I will say that I would take this record over what they were doing a decade ago, but still, this is just very bland, very safe, and very toothless. I'm feeling a very light 6 on this record, but let me know what you all think down below. If you liked the video, be sure to give us a like, give us a subscribe, and let me know down below what you would like for me to chat about in the future. And until next time, have a great day, friends.